Mr. Chairman, I didn't make an opening statement, and I was chairman of the National Security Subcommittee and ranking member, and so I have a keen interest in this issue, but other members had important statements to make. So first I'd like to make an observation. I want to align myself with the statement of Tom Davis, my ranking member now. I thought it adequately, perfectly expresses my view. And I want to thank both the chairman and Mr. Davis for honoring the U.S. Department of Justice's request to not discuss an incident we don't have enough facts to discuss, and we'll deal with that later. And I think that's responsible. And I think this hearing, the way we're dealing with it, is a very important effort, given what we're doing. Now, saying that, during the Vietnam War, I was a conscientious objector. I was a Peace Corps volunteer, so I try to be very careful when I evaluate the performance of men and women under fire. And frankly, many of those behind you in this desk are exactly that. We're behind a desk, never been shot at, never tried to understand what it's like to be under fire. Blackwater, I want to say, has a reputation of being a bit of a cowboy. But I know we absolutely need protective security contractors. The role of security contractors is much different than the role of the military. But I also want to say that I feel the State Department could do a better job of enforcing and holding contractors accountable, and I think they're going to make a point that they're willing to have this reviewed by outside party and then have us look at it. Now, saying that, I also want to say the number of times that you all have to protect members of Congress is infinitesimal compared to all the civilians you have to protect. And one of the outrages, in my judgment, is that there haven't been more members who've gone there, and frankly, that some members who have never been there are passing judgment on what we're doing there. They're behind a desk with no sense of what's happening there. I am in awe of what your men and women, and they've been mostly men, have done to protect our civilians. I am absolutely in awe of it. You know, you can't be perfect, but in one way you have been perfect. If this is true, tell me from June of '04 to the end of that year, how many missions you protected, or let me say it this way, if you don't know how many missions you protected, how many people you protected were wounded or killed in '04? Oh, end of '04.
No, sir, we've never had anyone seriously injured.
I'm going to do it year by year. Did you have anyone wounded or killed in '04?
No, sir.
Did you have anybody wounded or killed in '05?
No, sir.
These are the people you're trying to protect.
I mean, wounded, yeah, big IED, ruptured eardrum. That's the most serious level there.
Did you have anyone wounded or killed in '06?
In people that we're protecting?
Yes.
No.
Did you have anyone who was wounded or killed in '07 that you were to protect?
No, sir.
That's a perfect record. And you don't get any credit for it for some reason. Now, were any of your people killed in '04 trying to protect the civilians?
Yes, sir.
Were any of your people killed in '05 trying to protect civilians?
Yes, sir.
Were any of your people killed in '06 trying to protect civilians?
Yes, sir.
Were any of your people protected in killed by trying to protect the civilians in '07?
Yes, sir.
Every year you have had men who have risked their lives and who have been killed fulfilling their mission, and they have succeeded 100%. And I just want to be on record as thanking you for an amazing job that you do. I've been to Iraq 18 times. I've been outside the umbrella 4 times. It is one dangerous place. I have seen films where vehicles come up to our troops or to our security people, and they're blown up in it. You have done an amazing task, and there is a huge difference from being a police officer or protective and being the military. Totally different role. I've had no one in the military say to me, I want to guard all these civilians. And the last thing you want is to have Humvees and Army take civilians who are meeting other civilians like our State Department with that kind of precedent. And the military would not do it. They're not going to be in a Suburban. They're going to be in what their protocol requires. The protocol is totally different. We need security people who do their job. thank you for doing a perfect job in protecting the people you're required to protect.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to do the work.
Gentleman's